viewers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll be looking at how to draft a princess bustier, and I'll be using this pattern paper to illustrate on that. Now please, if you are new to this channel, ensure you like, share and subscribe. You can see this blue chalk line here. This will be my starting line. This will also serve as my shoulder line. So we'll be drafting a basic body pattern before drafting the princess bustier. From the basic body pattern, we'll draft our princess bustier. If you are cutting on your fabric, you ensure it's on fold. As you can see, I didn't fold my paper because it's a pattern paper. So if you are drafting on fabric, ensure it's on fold. So we'll just go ahead now to take our shoulder measurement on this line. Shoulder I'm working with is 15 inches. We divide your shoulder by 2. 15 divided by 2 will give us 7.5. So I'll mark that out. After doing that, you come down by 1 inch for your shoulder slope. This is constant for adults. Then 3 inches along the neckline, that's along the folded area. Then you mark your 3 inches and connect with my rule. Okay, this is my shoulder slope. So under my shoulder slope, I'll draft my armhole, which is 15 inches divided by 2, give me 7.5. So I'll just rule that out. Okay. Then I will create my armhole curve. You place your tape, get the midpoint of your armhole. Now 7.5 divided by 2 give me 3.5 I'll mark 1 inch here. And I'll connect the line together. Okay, after doing that now, you place your tape back on your shoulder line to get your breast point line, your under bust line and your half length. So my breast point line is 9.5 plus half inch. I'll use 10 inches. My breast point line 10 inches. My under bust is 13 inches. And my half length is 15 inches. I'll add 1 inch extra to seam allowance. So I'll use total of 16 inches. 15 inches plus 1 inch is 16 inches. So I'll rule my lines out. My bust point line, my under bust line, and my half length. So this line will automatically serve as our chest line. That's the armhole line is your chest line. Okay. So this is my chest line, my breast point line, my under bust line, and my half length. On each of the lines now, I'll mark my nipple to nipple measurement. That's on my bust point line, on my under bust line, and on my half length. I'll take my nipple to nipple measurement. That's the bust to bust measurement. What I'm working with is 7 inches. I'll add half inch extra for seam allowance, so I'm using 4 inches. That 7 inches divided by 2 is 3.5 plus half inch is 4 inches. So you divide it by 2. If your breast distance is 8 inches, you divide by 2, which is 4 plus half inch. For mine is 7 inches, divided by 2, give me 7.5 plus half inch, which is make it 3.5 plus half inch to make it 4 inches. So I'll mark that 4 inches on my breast point line, on my under bust, and on my half length. So I'll connect the line in a straight line. Okay. So on my breast point now, I'll come down by 1 inch. Come down by 1 inch. Then I'll mark half inch along the folded area. That's this side. We'll mark half inch. I'll mark half inch here. On my under bust and my half length, I'll mark half inch. I'll go in by half inch. Then I'll go out by 1.5 on my under bust line. If you are working with someone that is busty, you use 2 inches or 2.5 inches, depending on how busty the client is. So I'll connect this line together. So you go out by 1.5 and you come in by half inch. Along the center front, you mark half inch. Then on the side area, you mark 1.5 inches. So I'll connect like this. So I'll use my curve ruler now to connect it to the 1 inch I came down with on my breast point. I came down by 1 inch under my breast point. So you connect to the half inch, I also connect to the 1.5 inches here. So I'll just place my curve ruler, and you can as well use a free hand if you don't have this ruler. Then I'll place and connect. So, so I use my ruler to connect it, and this is what I have. Okay, so the next step is to go up by half inch on your breast point line. This is my breast point line. I came down by 1 inch earlier on, so I'll be going up by half inch. You go up by half inch on your breast point line. So I'll mark half inch here, just like that. Then on my armhole, I'll measure my armhole round. Or first of all, on my armhole midpoint, I'll come in by half inch. I'll come in by half inch. Then I'll just use my ruler to connect it in. Okay. So you come in by half inch at the midpoint of your armhole. You measure your bust measurements without adding any allowance. Know where you are curving it to. So this is my bust measurement. So now I'll measure around my armhole. I'll just place my tape from this side like this, away from my shoulder slope. You can see I didn't start my tape from my shoulder slope, away from the shoulder slope. You mark your armhole curve round, just like this. So what I have here is 8.5. So I'll be dividing this 8.5 by 2, or just take my tape and divide the 8.5 by 2. Okay, whatever I have, I'll just mark it in. So this is what I have. I'll mark it here. So now I'll connect it now to the half inch we came up with. So I'll just use my curved ruler to connect it to the half inch we came up with. Okay, so I'm just putting it in. So this is what you will have. Then I'll go in by, I'll now draft my armhole dart. So you mark half inch on both sides. On this your, on the new line we draft now, you take half inch on both sides. Half inch here and a half inch here. So you connect the line and you extend your armhole. That's this, the side area, this one. You extend it by 1 inch. So you just place your tape and mark 1 inch. And you also extend your bust measurement here. Here we took our bust measurement, you also extend by 1 inch. So I'll connect it to meet each other. And also connect this way. So now I'll take my dart. I just place my ruler and connect it. The half inch you took on both sides, you place your ruler, connect it to the half inch you came up with on your breast point. So just place your ruler like so. Okay, so this is what we have here. So you just connect it to your new armhole. After doing this now, I will just cancel the lines we will not be needing anymore in order not to get you confused. So this is, take out this middle dart, you won't be needing it up again. So this is what it will look like. So this area we will not be needing it anymore, and also this area at the center. So where I'm marking is where we'll not be needing anymore. So now I'll input my measurements now. On my bust line, I'll put my bust measurement. 34 inches divided by 4 will give me 8.5. I'll put 8.5 plus 2 inches allowance. On my waist under bust, I'll put my under bust measurement, which is 28 inches divided by 4 will give me 7 inches plus 2 inches seam allowance. When you measure your dart, what you used on your dart, you just place your tape and measure it, which is 2 inches. I'll replace it back. You just replace it back here. I'll repeat the same process on my half length. My waist measurement divide by 4 plus 2 inches, and your dart intake. That means what you used for your dart, you measure it, which is 2 inches, and you add it back. So I'll just connect my lines together now. So this is what I will be having. This is the front part, and this is how it looks like. Okay, this is the center front, and this is the side area. So I'll be cutting it out now for you to see how I'm going to cut it. So I'll be cutting it like this. Start from this point, this way. So this is what I'm having for the front part. Okay. So this is my center front. Remember, it will be on fold. And this is the side bustier. You can see how well drafted it is, and it's beautiful. So we'll go over to the back part of this bustier. So the back is just a normal basic body pattern. So firstly, what I'll be doing is my zipper allowance, which will be 2 inches. My half length, 15 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance, which is 16 inches. So I'll rule that out. My half length plus seam allowance, 16 inches. So we draw that line out. Then I'll mark 2 inches here for my zipper allowance. Mark 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. So I'll connect the lines together. Okay. From my shoulder line now, I'll take my breast point line, my chest line, my breast point line, my under bust line, and my half length. My chest line is 7.5, my breast point 10 inches, under bust 13 inches, and the rest will automatically be my half length. So I'll just rule that out as well. Chest line, breast point, and under bust. So I'll take my shoulder measurement, divide by 2, which is 15 inches. If you are cutting on your fabric, you can add half inch extra to your shoulder measurement for seam allowance. Then come down by half inch for shoulder slope. You mark 3 inches along the neckline. I'll connect my shoulder slope together. So I'll come down for my on the straight line. I'll just take my armhole line. This is my armhole line. Then I'll draft my armhole curve 1 inch and half of my armhole to get my armhole curve. I'm just using the free hand and use your ruler. Then I'll input my measurements. Firstly, we'll be drafting the back dart. So in doing that now, I'll put my nipple to nipple measurement on my divide by 2, which is 4 inches plus half inch seam allowance. I said it earlier on. My bust to bust measurement is 8 inches, 7 inches divided by 2 is 3.5 plus half inch, making it 4 inches. So I'll mark 4 inches on my under bust and also on my half length. So I'll connect the line together. You can take your dart to your chest line. So I'll extend my dart line to my chest line. So on my breast point line, I'll I'll mark half inch. I'll take half inch on both sides on my breast point, on my under bust, and also on my half leg. Just take half inch each and connect the lines together. So this is what I have. So I'll input my measurements now. On my bust point, I'll put my bust measurement divide by 4. My bust measurement away from my zipper allowance is 8.5 plus 2 inches allowance, then plus 1 inch for my dart. My waist measurement 7 inches plus 2 inches allowance plus 1 inch for that. So I'll repeat the same process on my half length. You replace your dart. So use 1 inch for that, you add it back. So I'll just connect the line together. Okay, sorry I didn't draft neckline. You can choose to use any neckline of your choice. So for the neckline for the back, sorry for the front, I can use any neckline I want. So that's why I didn't really add it. So the back neckline, I might use 2 inches neck depth, then 3.5 inches neck width. So you just connect it this way. So this is what I have. So I'll cut this out now, and that will be all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Ensure you like, share and subscribe. God bless you. See you in my next video. Bye bye.